We welcome our parents and patrons to the 2023 Cabot Schools Annual Report to the Public. The Cabot School Board is proud to serve together with 1,556 faculty and staff members to ensure the academic success of every student. Whether we are setting policies, approving financial recommendations, or setting the vision for the district, your board understands the impact these decisions will have on the entire community. While we recognize there are areas in which we can improve, we take great pride in the accomplishments of our campuses. Every day, well over 10,000 students walk through the doors of our schools, and every day, those same students walk out of those doors knowing they are valued and loved. It's about kids, and the Cabot School Board remains steadfast in our commitment to remain focused on what matters most, our students. And now, our annual report to the public.
I'm Michael Bird, Deputy Superintendent for the Cabot School District. First and foremost, I'd like to say what an honor it is to work in such a thriving school district in this wonderful community. The Cabot School District currently serves over 10,300 kindergarten through 12th grade students, with an additional 325 students in pre-K. As we consider our staff, our buses, our technology, and our programs, we must be cognizant of revenue and expenditures at all times. We opened last year with a balance of $7,927,691. Our revenue, which comes from state foundation funding, local and state taxes, along with various federal and state grants, was $90,681,511. We expended $90,646,591 last year, which was under budget, and finished with a balance of $7,962,611. As you can see in this chart, we ended the year with a positive budget and were able to add to our legal balance. In the far right column, you will notice a percentage of our balance versus our expenses. While there's no prescribed percentage the district must maintain, we strive to keep the percentage between 8 and 10%. The largest source of our funding comes from state foundation funds. That money is allotted in a per pupil amount. As you can see, the state foundation funding continues to increase, as do our costs, and we will receive $7,618 per student this year, which results in just over $56.4 million. The Cabot School District also received elementary and secondary school emergency relief funds, also known as ESSER funds. This slide details the amount of ESSER 1, ESSER 2, ESSER 2 supplemental, and ARP ESSER funds the district received. Detailed information about ESSER funds can be found at the website listed on the screen. Our bond payments, much like a mortgage on a house, are our annual debt payments. This past year, our bond payment was $4,610,634, and our debt has decreased from $61,362,644 to $52,375,000. I mentioned that our principal debt has decreased significantly over the last 15 years. It is also important to note that we have completed over $127.8 million in new facilities, renovations, and acquisitions during the same time period without extending a term on our bonds. In fact, we've been able to accomplish quite a few facility improvements over the past year, including constructing a new CLA building, installing a band observation tower, replacing HVAC units across the district, replacing roofs at our ALE and ROTC buildings, and upgrading playgrounds at Stagecoach and Eastside Elementary. We've installed security fences at our warehouse and installing security fence screens at multiple locations across the district. Speaking of bonds, this past May, voters approved by an overwhelming majority Project Panther's Building Futures. So far, this bond issue has generated an additional $23.6 million this fiscal year that is being used to upgrade facilities across the district. Currently, these funds are being used for removing carpets and polishing concrete at several locations, interactive panels in our classrooms, upgrades in our fine arts auditorium, and 2 pre-K buildings that are scheduled to break ground early next year.
My name is Aaron Randolph. I have the great pleasure of serving as the Assistant Superintendent at the Cabot School District, and I would like to take a little time to discuss assessment and curriculum. To begin with, let me give you a quick update on standardized assessment as we move forward in our district. For the past 6 years, most students in grades 3 through 10 in Arkansas Public Schools have taken the ACT Aspire as their standardized assessment. Beginning this school year, the ACT Aspire is no more. Moving forward, students in our state will be assessed using the Arkansas Teaching and Learning Assessment System, or ATLAS. The exciting thing for us as educators is that this assessment is being built with the help of Arkansas teachers and administrators and is designed to truly assess how well students know the grade level standards, which they have been taught that year. The ACT Aspire was not built specifically to align with our standards. However, speaking about the ACT Aspire, you will remember that I said the 22-23 school year was the last year in which it served as our state-mandated assessment for accountability. One particular note about the Aspire is that Arkansas was the only state that was using this assessment for statewide accountability. As such, it was incredibly difficult to compare our data with the data from someone in, let's say, Massachusetts. That state, just like all others than Arkansas, uses a completely different assessment system. It would be like comparing apples and oranges to look at our scores versus in other states. However, what we can do is to look at our data versus other schools in our state and compare how we have performed in the past. Looking at our readiness levels in all areas of the ACT Aspire, you can see that we successfully exceeded or tied the state averages in grades 3 through 10. And in some areas, we actually exceeded the state by 10% or more. Having said that, there is certainly room for improvement, but we are very proud of our students and staff and know they have worked diligently in trying circumstances to advance student success. This brings us to the ACT results from Cabot High School. As you can see, we beat the state in all components and in the overall composite score. More importantly to us, the increase from 19.3 in 2021 to 19.5 last year demonstrates that we are back on track towards demonstrating college and career readiness with our juniors at Cabot High School. One other assessment piece that is included in our accountability measures is participation and performance on AP exams. These exams are the culminating exercise for students who enroll in advanced placement courses and can potentially earn students college credit. As you can see, over the past 3 years, we have increased our participation back to pre-pandemic numbers and in success on the AP exams. One item I'll highlight here is that 62% of the 882 exams our students took last year earned a score of 3 or better. That means that almost 2/3 of the exams potentially earned 3 hours of college credit for Cabot students. That's a fantastic result. We also want to brag on our 6 National Merit semifinalists. These students are 6 of the 127 students in our state to qualify for this prestigious honor. As Cabot High School is one of only 45 schools in the state with a semifinalist, we are well above the state average in this category. A big congratulations to these students.
I'm Dr. Tony Thurman, the proud superintendent of the Cabot School District, and our district is monitored each year by the Standards and Assurance Division at the Department of Education. Many data points and certifications are reviewed during this process, and during the 22-23 school year, all schools in our district were fully accredited. Our district wellness policy can be found on the district website. As part of our reporting on our wellness program, we also share revenue details from our food service program. We have a dedicated team of school board members who lead our district and support our community. Board members' training hours are reported as part of our annual report. Each board member is required to attend a minimum of 6 hours per year, and all members are in compliance with the training requirements. Communication is a key component to successful operations. The district utilizes various platforms to provide our parents and patrons with district information. Our goals for the year are to continue providing the most safe and secure learning environment possible. Our focus is on continuous improvement in all areas of operations and an ongoing focus on collaboration as a key to quality teaching and learning in all settings. In closing, I'm often asked to give specific examples of what I'm proud of as superintendent of our district. Well, I'm proud of our pre-K through 12th grade programs. We have a strong academic program, but I've always been and will always be an advocate for having as many career technical, fine arts, and activity and athletic programs as possible. Why? Well, Not every student comes to school super excited about English, or science, social studies, or math. And my hope is that those students will be excited about ROTC, agriculture, choir, basketball, auto mechanics, law enforcement, band, or one of the many other programs that we have available for our students. When we get our students here and excited about one of our many programs, typically they do well in English, science, social studies, and math as well. And I'm proud of the financial stability of our district. With the guidance of our school board, we've worked very hard to provide our students with the programs and support they need. And I'm proud of the quality of our staff. We're truly blessed with a staff that is dedicated to the well-being of our students. The fact is that we have thousands of students in attendance every day. They are educated and they're loved, and they go home knowing just that. In closing, if you have any questions, you're always welcome to contact me anytime. Our board members also welcome your feedback, and their contact information can be found on our district website. A reminder that parents of students that are currently enrolled in our district or patrons that reside within the district boundary may comment or ask questions at our public meeting to be held on November the 14th at 5:30.